Jina pinti wawo won so hwemo o ada fubia odo wo sin obia na wodi mona wo be di nkunim Yesu ni wada fopa Sibra mi hono wa mami ahome yeah Oya danfua osini unia Mekramane kwajie Korowa niso Yesu ni wada fopa Oh Inani wada Oye pemo tiempo Mwabema usiwasiyo Umrebe suwe Ama weni yadesiye Tanena ye yawawa Wachina adele yawa Umrebe suwe Ama weni yadesiye
Yeah, we have a lot of things here, so don't worry yourself, yeah? Okay. So maybe those who are inside.
Yes. No. James. Yes. I didn't see it. We're inside. Jonathan, yes, sir. What call there?
But unfortunately, when train me then. Yeah. But at the moment, I'd rather aero train because you're looking a bit skinny.
Yeah, he lost it, bro.
Yeah, you used to be the guy. I used to think, bro, I want to say.
This is what I look like, with 6 months now, Jim. Just think about that.
Nah, you are looking pumped though.
Think about that. 6 months no gym.
So James, this is James' uncle. One of our brothers, you know.
Welcome.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Yamamuna action. Yamabia so akwaba. Yamamuna mase samotimi ababuha anopai. Very soon we want to probably make a kickstart of our program. We want to welcome one and all this morning. It's a pleasure to see you all because we know the circumstances that we are dealing with right now. And to make the effort to be here, we thank you so much. So let's, in the meantime, if you're families, then of course you can bubble. But let's maintain that social distancing at all costs. And because your safety and protection is the main thing for us right now. It's in the Sunday between Yahoo or some way of pushing the boom, then so near pushing social distancing is not any of my song. So the Bayer and Copas in the Emery. Very good. So as we stand right now, we have so many things to talk about, and there's a lot of things that we will talk about in the next few minutes. Very soon, this is the order of the program. We will be expecting the undertakers to arrive very, very soon. And then once they are here, we will enjoy, or we will actually listen to a little sermon, a little talk, which will be very encouraging for the family and for everyone gathered right here today. But what we want to start, as we sit down now and we reflect on why we are here because of Richard. Okay, and you will hear that several times this morning. We are here because of Richard. And I think everyone here has such a close connection with Richard. And it's pretty a sad day and we are all in pain. But when we gather like this, okay, we warm up, we share the pain. And hopefully by the time we finish this ceremony, we will have hope, even though we are in pain. So, of course, on my left-hand side is the widow, Cynthia, and then of course you can see the kids. James, Kelvin, Tristan, Diet, Tyrese. They are all here today. And then you can see the aunties as well, Bright. You see that Gloria is here. And then of course on my right-hand side is dear mom. And of course you have the sisters and relatives, and you have cousins, and you have nephews and nieces all over. But gradually, we have been tied into Zoom. We've got friends and family joining us from Ghana, from the US, and Canada. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and mix this up. We've got friends and family from Brim as well. So it's in a couple of money a country for us. So will be our embassy out there. So when we now have, and you say and check. She say, and I think it's not a Richard Beba or Buba, if it's a Cassaket way, be machine in crime. If you are a woman, so no, you move you when it does or Bra, you are a woman. And the adject seeing in our kind of home, and say be more as zooming in from about 9 o'clock, my idea at the Massifa, at the Massasa when you have Tremakaya home, and she be at the Shahu in our Ebeba. See, what I want to really start to do is, as we sit here, there's going to be some music. But in between the music as well, this is what we want to do. We want to get some tributes out. The tributes, I think everyone as family have got a tribute. So we will start with some of the tribute, and hopefully you will get to understand what Richard meant to his family. So to start, we will get one of Richard's favorite nephews, Aiden. So I invite Aiden will be the first one with the microphone to just read out his tribute that he wrote out for his uncle Richard.
Well, another memory of our Uncle Richard, I wanted to give a few kind words and memories of a great man who never went on without a smile on his face. Uncle Richard was a kind and caring man. He treated me nicely every time I used to visit Tinsmead. He'd ask how I was doing at school and he'd give me little bits of advice. It was the small things like that I really appreciated, and I cherished all the things that he did for me. And I can see that he treated his family in the same kind way, and that deep bond still remains among them. Even when he fell ill, he still found time to talk to me and make jokes, and that taught me how important it is that we all persevere, even in the darkest times. In the Bible, there's a scripture I'd like to share. In Revelation chapter 21 verse 4, it says, "He will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. Neither will mourning, nor outcry, nor pain be anymore. The former things have passed away." So I cannot wait for that time to come when I can see him again.
Well done, Aiden. That was pretty touching, wasn't it? So we thank you very much, Aiden, for reading that tribute out. It's a champion was or Aiden tribute of my Edimono. And the near so the Richard Ayamano I want to brabu in name. So we will try and get another tribute in. Should we do a tribute? Let's do one from one of Uncle Richard's favorite nieces as well. Into the Sabiti tribute kakra every one of the nieces. So we get Jada. Where's Jada? Jada will do a little tribute as well. Very good. So let's listen up to Jada. And like I said, we will listen to these tributes and we will mix it up from time to time with some music as we wait. Once again, we have some joining us, and we are so grateful for everyone who is here today. And also, we know Damase, some of Kayahune. And no, I'm afraid Jada, Richard, Beka, on say Krum Grady, Beka, on say in the back, or Quine Bibre. So, Jada saw on the tribute of a on the Eshay.
Oh, Uncle, I'm going to miss your smile, your laugh, and your Jada. You said to me every time without fail, and I'll reply back, Uncle. I loved how you would never say no, and when you tell us off, you could never stop smiling. Even through your pain, your smile never disappeared, and that smile will forever live on in my heart. Your laugh will forever play in my head, and you will forever be by me, Uncle. I was so happy to have you as my uncle. Uncle plays my part, that's what I used to call you when I was younger. You'd give me money to dance even though I was terrible at it. I mean, you were the best dancer. I'm so sad you had to go, but you're no longer in pain. I can't wait to give you a hug in paradise. I love you forever and always, Uncle Richard.
Jada, well done. Well done. Let's give a bit of a round of applause for Jada. That was a lot of effort. That was a power of Jada. But that's it. She be able to say, "A better in some mahoro bebrene. We mu emfitiase." Tell them I say. In the meantime, you know, every in them say I walk across waba. Ebia ombese ombechia. Kokobono ne ana say nyansa shene say obra ye chia no. Ye observe the COVID safety measures. In them say. I was here keep your distance a horror. So only abusia be we abusia dey ambotimi ababo, but in the meantime and trying to observe that social distancing as well. Ti be ma obra e tie nwom no, e be ma ahoho no so enya ahokwan na eja omotimi achia.
Your love has never changed. You remain the same. Everlasting God, you reign. Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end. That's just who you are. Oh God, your love has never changed. You remain the same. Everlasting God, you reign. You're Alpha, Alpha, Omega, Omega, beginning and the end. That's just who you are. That's just who you are. Email, email, email. For all you've done for me. Email, email. If not for your grace, where would I be? That's just who you are. That's just who you are. Oh God, your love is never changed. You remain the same.
Yes?
Thank you so much. And once again, say, I feel no about do high and more quaba, and more quaba, and you know, say, so they came home and there, and no panel. And check it and say, undertake is no Eddie Richard Beba. Or Bromwood drew Hano, a bit or Cassatia, a Beshi, you know, in Quabra, Diara Hono. And then so no. In Sadofo, our Hasi, people are joining from all over, from Ghana, US, and Canada. Now, as we were saying, but also with some of our tributes as we wait. We've already started with some of the tributes from Richard's nieces and a nephew, and we're progressing with that. So we've got one of Richard's favorite nieces as well, and she's got something. As way of tribute to Ritura. So let's get Kira here, please. Kira, can I get you over here now?
There is a lot of words I can use to describe Uncle Richard. He was kind, self-sacrificing, caring, to name a few, but none of the words I think of him are negative. His good qualities were obviously so obvious that they made such an impact on you when you first met him. It made an impression on me, and I know on others. It's amazing how someone you have such a profound effect on your life that I will leave. Uncle Richard always had this inviting aura around him. He would always make you feel included, and when everything was happening, he would talk to you, making you feel comfortable every time you were with him. I have a lot of good memories with Uncle Richard. At multiple family gatherings where he would ask me how I was, he would always listen to me. One thing I noticed about him, and I think everyone knows, is that he was always smiling. He had this contagious smile that when you looked at you, even if you were sad, you would just smile too. You know, I consider myself very fortunate to see him one last time, because when this epidemic started, everyone was in a frenzy, and we knew that he was very ill also. But even he was able to turn this negative situation into something that was happy. Instead of giving me a hug, he gave me a fist bump instead. So he always turned something fun. And it's interesting because even though he was struggling, the one who was in pain constantly, he was the one who wanted to know how you were, he wanted to ask how you were doing. He never let anyone focus on his own pain. So one comforting thing that we know is that at least he's not in pain anymore, and he's resting well after his battle. I'm confident that God will keep him in his memory. He lived, and it's still in a sense, he's still living well because of the faith that he exercised. So I want to be just like Uncle Richard, because I know that one day I'll see him again.
Thank you, Kira. So that's quite moving, isn't it? Thank you so much. And once again, this is a testament of the man who we are all here on his behalf today. And once again, we are in a state whereby as a community, and right now we are a community that we share one thing, that's our love for Richard. And that's why we gather here. So we are in pain, and when we read these tributes, well, what we're trying to do is to remember him by his very acts. Bra, yeah, kind tributes are holding, not the episode. Not what Diane Kumaso or Quine Bibri swore. Intina Dofo, what they about Quine, to say, eating Hore, and then your Dofo Richard, I heard more. Once again, if you've just joined us, so that we can get introductions once again done, on my left hand side you will see the widow, Cynthia. Cynthia is then sat next to by herself and the kids, the children that they've had, and that you have Tyrese, you got Tristan, you got Diet, and of course there's James and there's Kelvin. And of course, you have Bright and Gloria, who are the sisters of Cynthia, also sat next to her as well. And then on my right-hand side, you have dear mum, Auntie Mata, followed by Cynthia and Gifty, who are Richard's sisters. And of course, there's Mark, who is the eldest, and the brother, the older brother for Richard. Also. So feel free to come along and in a COVID safety way say hello or introduce yourself whilst we listen to some background music, and we will intersperse that with some of the tributes which are yet to come. So once again, thank you for being here.
Where do you go?
Everyone around him. He was more than an uncle to me, he was a friend. Whenever he used to come to my house, he would always check up on me and would always invite me to come and chill and watch football with him. He used to always mock me for being an Arsenal fan. He always treated me with respect, even though he was older than me, and he was always there when I needed advice. I think that my uncle's impact on the world will not be forgotten, and everyone will miss his presence. He may be gone, but not forgotten.
Well done, CJ. It's taking a lot of courage from these young ones. They're too young to suffer such a loss. But then that tells us how indiscriminate death is, and the way death operates. Death knows no boundaries. So it's taking a lot of courage from these young ones for them to come up here and talk about their uncle like this. So we thank you. Those were really warm words today. Really, really touching. So if you've just arrived, once again, on my left, we have Cynthia. Cynthia is the widow. I'm sure most of you know, but if you don't, then next to Cynthia, in all the red tops, are the lovely children, the young ones, that through that union with Richard, they brought forth to this earth. So you have Diet, you have Calvin, you have James, you have Tristan, you have Tyrese. And of course you have standing in between the kids is Bride, who is the dear auntie, so the sister of Cynthia, the widow. And then of course you got Gloria. I cannot find Gloria right now, but Gloria is sat there right at the end as well. And then present today is Richard's half brothers. So we have George here. Where's George? George is over there. Very good. And then we have, next to George is Aldoo as well. So these are the half brothers of Richard who are here to also pay their respects. Of course, on my right hand side, we have Mum. Okay, so that's Mum. And sat next to Mum is Mark. And next to Mark is Gifty. and behind Gifty is Cynthia. So basically, they are also missing, well, their brother and their son. For us here, as the rest of the family, it's a privilege for us to be here to help and support them. So what we're going to do next is we're going to go through the tribute as well. And like I said, we're waiting for the undertakers will be here very shortly with Richard. And we want to go to Dylan. Now Dylan is the younger brother of CK. And they are all children of Mark. Dylan has also a few words to say about let's listen to them about
Despite the fact that he is sadly no longer with us, I can still feel his reassuring smile whenever I think about him. He would always call me Buddy, meaning Buddy as a friend, and because my father would say that we looked alike. Even though my father would say that I reminded him of his brother Richard, I know that no one would be able to treat others with such genuine care and respect as my Uncle Richard.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Thank you. And brave, kind words. And it is touching as well, isn't it? Thank you. Now, we're going to move to Tanisha. Tanisha is the sister of both CJ and Dylan. And one of the favorite nieces of Richard. Tanisha wants to say this, and I'll give the microphone to her because she's got to say this herself.
Writing something like this can never be easy. My Uncle Richard, was a lovely man. He always had a smile on his face that always warmed my heart, even through his pain. Uncle Richard was always kind, sweet, and charismatic. Thinking back to the good times I shared with Uncle Richard isn't difficult because there were so many. I remember the time we slept over at his house and we'd have a barbecue every day without fail. I also remember our trips to Greenwich Park, and that one time they had a live band and he was there dancing, making us all happy. I'm sure Uncle knew how much we all loved him. That love we have runs deep and will remain within our hearts forever. The good ones always leave us too soon, but even so, we have to remember that our memories and his presence will stay with us always. I still can't believe that our favorite uncle is gone. It hurts that I didn't get to say goodbye, but I'm sure that my love for you will bear it through. I love and miss you so much, Uncle Richard, and I promise to take care of my sister and my little brothers that you left for us. May your soul rest in peace. We will meet again.
Thank you so much, Tanisha. So, I guess what, let's give ourselves a bit of a break. Let's listen to some background music and we'll be back. Thank you so much, everyone.
So be the Abana. I'm already out of here. So be the Abana. I'm already out of here. Dance, oh, Yamia de Fokuro. Tanana was so be the no. So be the oh, and I'm out in the let's do our what you did for my wedding and try anymore. Oh, yeah, my what's here for oh, the man wants to was serious. Oh, never sway. I'm a wedding and a say. So then I am I'm a wedding and a what's the one is that? I'm a wedding and oh, yeah,
So that's
You are great, yes, you are holy one. Walked upon the sea, wasted.
All the COVID protocols need to be family not bubbling together. We've got a good time right here today. We're going to be spending some time here. So, there is no
Richard!
I don't think I'll say, Zoom details.
Uncle Bay,
difficult day, it's a difficult afternoon, and we thank you for being here.
Papa, and you will and Cassava friend. So, me per one friend, and I mean, the member temper. The silver said, man, I should be to be a white man. Somebody gave me show you what she show himself, or even a man in the animal, any and we know wretched before you to me. One number of free as Indian so now, Coed and Channel Papa, so we have some gain, and yes, I saw some gain, no more slow as some gain. And yes, so I said, my son, some gain, no embra of shame. My home corner, if you was here for Pentecost, then yes, and Shanima or Mutini, and yes, all the sort of Papa, my son, who conquered Sunny Rebus, so radiation one, a more courier, a more hotel, a more. And the animal I begin to have Papa, the uncle can be a beside the show. During the mere years and training will be the open. But the Fabian and the Radi essentially a day. Sammy will be Richard, Sammy will be Biara Radi Wabahano. The Bay is sunny for how the money who and I look at me and they used to put their to Papa, what do many days remain? I was you don't know where I show you for being young fine. Him says I'm real, the Pemono, and the Bravo Radubasania, Abbas, and so Abafid in a home channel. Indian Richard Besson, she may do 1 year in the trouble from Pimpum in Alcasa. And when I see Nicabia Diamo, you have Cossara Sumo when you Jimo, and you have Papa, that was.
Okay.
yes, you are. Holy One. Walked upon the sea, raised the land. Great and large, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great, yes, you are. Walked upon the sea, raised the land. Great in majesty, mighty God. Everything written about you is great. You are great. You are great. You are great. Say you are great. Say you are great. Everything. You are great. You are great.
Big boss.
Oh, and then
No microphone, you won't come out.
I'm in the middle of moving about.
Opa, ya ves.
Look how you was at there.
Ah, I need you. Imagine how drama won't be.
To us, but he was a father, uncle, brother, and a true friend to us. He was someone we share our thoughts and views with because he was a problem solver and a peacemaker. Father, Auntie Gloria is calling you for you to share some of your funny jokes with her. Why are you not responding? Who is Auntie Joy going to share her morning prayers on WhatsApp with? Richie P, you have left a big hole and a wound in our hearts. You promised and assured us 11 years ago when our mother passed away that you'll always be there for us. Yes, you did, but why? Why have you gone so soon? I remember the last time I came to see you, you were advising me very seriously like you always do. Little did I know that that was your final advice. Brother Fopa, we have missed you so much. Brother Richard, You were the amazing brother-in-law we wished for, and you made our sister so happy. We know you are with Jehovah God resting in perfect peace. Sleep well, our dearest brother-in-law, till we meet again. We say, you will really be missed by all, and we are devastated by your demise. Your legacy is bequeathed to your children to carry on from joy and glory. Those were touching words, weren't they? Our friends, family. But we're going to start with something else now. We want to hear the tribute from the wife, which is Cynthia. So, we've got someone nominated to do the reading on behalf of Cynthia. If she is around, can I have her over here, please? So if we all give our attention, and we will hear the tribute from Cynthia being read.
To my dearest husband, my love, you were the one who made me to understand what love was all about. Richard, you were the love of my life. I remember vividly one mid-afternoon when we met. The next day you asked me if I could come with you into schools. I told you I'll think about it, even though deep down within me, I couldn't wait for that day to come. My first time I set eyes on you, I knew that you were the one for me. I fell madly in love with you, and I couldn't hide it. The love we had for each other made it so easy for us to forgive one another in our wrongs and mistakes, which amazed people around us. Sometimes others thought it was all over. Our love rekindled again. Richard, you were kind, had a good heart, you were a peacemaker. You always put other people's needs before yours. Richard, we resolved our misunderstandings between us, and that marveled people around us. You always told me that others that yedye obianka yasemo mayen, yedye obianka yasemo mayen, and that was really true because love conquered all. But things were unfortunately, our love couldn't conquer your illness. Richard, your death has created a huge vacuum, and I pray that God in His infinite mercy will give me peace and strength to carry on. Richard, I miss your smile, I miss your voice, I miss your laughter, I miss your warmth, and most especially your jokes. I miss you so much that I can feel my heart breaking. It was a blessing being in my life and the love of our children. I hold you dearly to the wonderful memories only my heart can hold on. Your last days brought us more closer and taught our children how to be loyal, dedicated, and not give up on love no matter what. And most importantly, trusting and being close to God. Richard, I know you've gone to sleep. We will see you again, as promised. His children in Thessalonians 4:13-14. That this is when the pieces of my broken heart will fall back into place. Richard, I tried to be strong and keep a straight face just for our children as you advised me. As you advised me to take good care of them. But in silence I'm grieving and I'm falling apart. Richard, I miss you so dearly. Rest well, my love. Kweje, Madame Fopa, Okunopa, Yare, Yare ni Meguase, Demri Fetye, Jenny Amanihuno.
That was pretty moving, isn't it? And we'll swiftly move on to what Mom has to say. So let's hear the tribute for Mom. And it's been read on behalf by Rita. That will be done for Mom.
It was a calm Saturday evening on 21st July 1972 that Kwame Okupa Eji, Richard, came into this world. From the moment I cuddled him in my arms, looking into his innocent eyes, a deeper bond between mother and child was formed. He was a special child, which he proved right from infancy. His kindness, warmth, self-sacrifice, and total tender affection shone through from his tender years between 8 and 10. He would hardly leave my side. He added a whole new meaning to the term Mommy's boy. I remember as if it was yesterday when he will as a teenager, since I was poorly and whilst I rested to recover, Richard will carry my brawny werewolf stock to the marketplace, sit at my spot and carry out my trade to bring money home. These were some of the most difficult days of our lives when my husband was away. He would eat with such appetite and always had something funny to say to cheer me up if I was down. The wound, the pain that has ripped through my heart at his passing will forever ooze. With only Jehovah's help will I cope. Till his last day on earth, he never stopped being kind, being self-sacrificing, being magnanimous. Even in his worst pain, during his darkest days, he will smile and with sheer steely determination in his eyes, offer me help. How and why? Where was his source of strength? Jehovah. He had absolute reverence for his name, always acknowledging Jehovah in his greetings. He will never miss a memorial evening, neither will he let a special Bible talk passing by without accompanying me to the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses, where the mentioned events were held. Job 14:14 to 15 says, "If a man dies, can he live again? I will wait all the days of my compulsory service until my relief comes. You will call, and I will answer you. You will no longer you will long for the work of your hands. Jehovah will soon call, and my son, Kwame Eji Okupa Richard, will answer. Meantime, rest, my son, in the deep bosom and memory of Jehovah." Also, as the Bible says in Isaiah 49 verse 15, "Can a woman forget her nursing child or have no compassion for the son of her womb? Even if these women forget, I will never forget you." This is what Mami Martha, Richard's mom, says. She will never forget Richard until she meets him in paradise.
Now, we're going to hear the tribute from the sisters, and I've got
fiercely protective of us. Any acceptance of an invitation to a house party was subject to Richie P coming along. How can we forget the number of times you dragged us at home just when we wanted to have that last dance? We look back on those days of youthful ignorance to realize the simple dignity you inspired in us, the positivity you instilled in us, making us understand that our beauty was defined by character, not by outward looks. You were the one who filled our childhood with joy, our teenage years with confidence, and our womanhood with purpose. You made the complexity of every challenge seem simple. With that smile and constant reassurance, insurmountable grief, out of which we reach out to our only help, Jehovah God, for relief. And isn't Jehovah the God of all comfort, who in the midst of our distress reassures us with Isaiah 25 verse 7, which says, "He will actually swallow up death forever. And the sovereign Lord Jehovah will wipe all tears from all faces. Death, the last enemy, will be brought to nothing." Yes, our parents' faces are drenched with tears. Our souls are broken with grief, and words get in the way of what we hope to say. As the stabs of anguish riddle our body. But we are solid in the hope. Yes, the hope firmly rooted in these words. From the Father of all tender mercies, Jehovah God, at John chapter 5 verse 28, which says, "Do not be amazed at this, for the hour is coming in which all those in the memorial tombs will hear his voice and come out. Those who did good things to a resurrection of life." Richard, we know you did good things, and we will work hard in our service to Jehovah to ensure that we are there to welcome you. Richard, may Jehovah keep you in his eternal memory.
So, children, and we are nieces and nephews of Richard. I didn't think Richard in Now, Richard Kwame J. Aldoo was born to Mr. James Kwesi and Mother Aldoo. And today, he has left behind the wife of his youth. So you look at my left-hand side and you will see Cynthia Aldoo. Now, Cynthia and Richard had 5 children. So we're talking about James, Kelvin, Diet, Tristan, Tyrese Aldoo on my left-hand side. Now, in one book of the Bible, it's named Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1. Jehovah says, "A name is better than food, oil, and the day of death better than the day one is born." Trina de Basa, Dimpa Aya saying and Wupa, na Ohuda Aya saying Awoda. I didn't think a Casa Seminole. Now, why do we say that? Because at birth, a person has no established reputation. His personal slate is blank. His life course will result in a positive or a negative reputation. So, can I ask this question? Who was Richard? Who was Richard? Richard was an adorable son from day one. Now, who from a tender age had a sacrificing spirit beyond his years? Now, one many incidences among many when he was a teenager. Obrana Richard ya abrantie no oda esua ene say owa ahofama ene odo esen obiara. Unim da ko ne ma me sore na ne ma me homfa no. Ne ma me I was so koton broni wawu. Somewhere na one papa to kwai. So these were the days when mom used to trade in broni wawu. She felt poorly. And you know what Richard did on that morning? He carried his mom's words to the market and sat at the spot that her mom sits and sold those clothing. Richard was also a husband, a loving husband. And we heard in Cynthia's tribute that, Richard, you were the one who made me understand what love was about. So which meant that Cynthia knew Richard as the one who put the needs of others before his. And even in the most difficult days, getting to the end of his life, Richard would take painkillers. Now you would think he's taking the painkiller to alleviate himself of the pain. Or because he wanted to make sure that in the evening he could sit down with the family and have a movie night. That was Richard, putting everyone else before him. Now, his generosity and kindness was felt among his nephews and nieces, and we've heard from them. They were and he brought so much laughter and joy to his own family. Now, James said, "My dad will always want to know who I was speaking to on the phone, especially if it was a female voice. And he will always want to speak to whoever it was. And his conversation will go like, 'Hello, I am James, Dad. When are we meeting you? Now, I was saying this to James. It was just fortunate that one day it wasn't her grandmom at the end of the line. But that was Richard. And maybe a person that was in the it was a crowd of sending Macrane Afrodin Koma, Adam Professor. Now, Richard's selflessness and warmth and empathy won him many friends at work. Now, I know some of his work colleagues have been here. How could they forget his qualities? He was also funny at work because Richard was the only one who would go on holidays in Ghana and was never occasion while he said, well, they're resurfacing the runway. It's going to take a week. That was Richard. That was Richard. But you know, friends, family, we need comfort. You hear Richard. His passing has ripped a pain in our hearts. The pain we're feeling right now. The pain you're feeling right now, Mom. The pain you're feeling right now, Cynthia. The pain you feel in our Gifty. The pain you feel in our Cynthia, Mark, Diet. The pain you're feeling right now. All of us, those of you who've been able to zoom in from Ghana and in Canada, US, the pain you're feeling right now, it tells us one thing. It is the most unimaginable pain. And why? Because we think that death is natural till it happens to us. And then it becomes the most unnatural thing ever. And the reason why it's unnatural is Jehovah God created us with an innate desire to live forever. When you go on and say or boy and say and to say pain I go through a yaudia ye go through. Yes, Christ on poor bra not down for Lazarus Rieno or no no ye or tesa pain. But you know something, Diet, Tyrese and Tristan, James, Ma, Auntie Mata, Gifty, Cynthia, and all of us gathered here, there's an assurance inside. You look at Diet, Chris, Tristan, look at James, look at Auntie Mata, and you tell me the Jehovah of compassion will take something away from them that will cause so much pain. How can that ever be possible? So it's very simple. Jehovah created us with the innate desire to live forever, not to live a short while and die. But why do we die? Romans 5:12 says, just as through one man sin entered the world and death through sin, and thus death spread to all men because they have sinned. And I'm never back so na bone e be wi ase na owo na bone so bai na owo traka ni penny. And that is why we grow old sometimes or die even when we have not even turned 50. Now that one man, Adam, he actually sinned. And the wages that sin pays is death. But Jehovah will not let Satan overrule his purpose for man. So in the book of Revelation, in one of the beautiful Bible books in Revelation, I say, or very pretty what you see now, or Yahweh any hope you. He will wipe out every tear from their eyes, and death will be no more. No more will there be pain or outcry, because the former things have passed away. So, basically, live in hope. We know that Jehovah God will become a secure height for you. We are crushed in spirit, but we are not without help. Jehovah will be with us now as we go forward. And what can we do? Those of us here, we will do well to lead our lives in such a way that the day that Richard is called out of the memorial tombs, we will be there to say welcome. May we offer a short prayer just before we finish. Just a short prayer. So friends, family, can we just pause for a few minutes and just say a short prayer? Yabompaye. Jehovah God, our Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, and we thank you for the gift of life. We thank you for what you've done for us, in the sense that you've brought us together, and even though we are in pain, Jehovah, you are close to us, and you say that those who mourn, you'll be with them. We commit Auntie Martha, we commit Cynthia, Diet, Tristan, Kelvin, James, into your loving care, Jehovah, because we are suffering right now, and we want to be near you. But Jehovah, you comfort us and you say to us that the time is coming that Richard, who we actually laying to rest today, he will hear your voice and he will come to life. Please, may we be warmed and comforted by such thoughts, and may that carry us forward and give us the energy we need to be able to comport ourselves and to be there when Richard is actually resurrected. So we thank you for today, and please help us in the rest of the things that we have to do. And we say all these things very humbly through our loving Son Jesus Christ's name. Amen. I don't know.
I added a poem to it, so I would only read the poem. And what I would say is, the other part of the tribute, I would say, if you have time, if you've got the tribute book, then you can read that yourself. And this is a message or a poem that was originally written by Timothy Smith, and I've put a little twist to it. And it goes like this. If roses grow in heaven, Jehovah, please pick a bunch for me. Place them in my brother Richard's arm and tell him they are from me. Tell him I love him and I miss him. And when he turns to smile, place a kiss upon his cheek and hold him for a while. Remembering him is easy. I do it every day. But there is an ache and big vacuum within my heart that will never go. I added a poem to it, so I would only read the poem. And what I would say is, the other part of the tribute, I would say, if you have time, if you've got the tribute book, then you can read that yourself. And this is a message or a poem that was originally written by Timothy Smith, and I've put a little twist to it. And it goes like this. If roses grow in heaven, Jehovah, please pick a bunch for me. Place them in my brother Richard's arm and tell him they are from me. Tell him I love him and I miss him. And when he turns to smile, place a kiss upon his cheek and hold him for a while. Remembering him is easy. I do it every day. But there is an ache and big vacuum within my heart that will never go.
We know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. That in this world you lived your purpose. You were a loving husband and an amazing dad to find. Our beloved dad was without anyone with God. He always managed to put a smile on our faces, lighten every mood and brightening every mood. His caring persona is something we will always cherish, and he was forever there to help us when we needed. Even when we were not in his presence, we knew that he was just a call away. He wasn't just our father, he was a coach, comedian, chef, singer, and our best friend. He always wanted us to be our best and achieve our potential, reminding us that he will support us in all our life goals and endeavors. There are so many admirable traits our dad had. He was an easygoing and lovable aura, able to make friends and acquaintances from just a single conversation.
We will miss how you always showed us unconditional love. Even at the hardest moments when you were tired, you will still want us to have our movie night so that we could spend more time together. Those memories will treasure forever. You fought like a hero, Dad, to be here for us and watch us grow. Your persistency is something that would never leave us. Through your pain, you would always put on a smile whenever you see us. Dad, we cherish the unlimited hugs, pecks, and moments we shared whilst you were in the hospital. Our Prince Charming King of a Dad, rest well, rest in peace, rest in love, rest in care of our Heavenly Father.
And then should we give them a round of applause? So
Pharmaceutical Manufacturers Association of Ghana, and the farm Lucia again. Now, let's say what they are doing, can say, Mamu Acadiano, na Sequomo
And you have good plans for us because the day is coming whereby you get rid of them. And we live in hope that you will be able to call out and those in their memorial tombs will come out. And that's the day that we all keenly await. May we be able to conduct our lives in such a way that we are there when you make that call, and may we be there to welcome Richard back into our arms. We commit all our lives and ourselves into your care, Jehovah, in going forth. And we ask all these things through your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
stand for us, and it's unbelievable that we have to part ways like this. It was. I still don't believe it. Even though this day is happening, it's still a shock to me because he was such an amazing dad, and we had so many memories, so many more memories to share. You know, so as he's gone, it's gonna be. I can't imagine how life is gonna be without him. You saw from the kids' faces. You saw in Tyrese's faces today. How's he not gonna be with his best friend? You know, the guy that used to take him to football every single Sunday, even when things were so bad, and he'll be in pain, and Dad will still take Tyrese to. And I would say to Dad, you know, why do you still do it? And he said he needs his son to have some memories of him. So, you know, he thought about us. And he cared about us a lot. So I wish him a good rest. I wish him to rest in peace. And I look forward to seeing him. Look forward to seeing him one day.
Well done. Well done. That's courage. Let's give James a round of applause for what he did today. It's not the moon answer. The answer I'm back on. You say, Ajay, Akukudro Kessie, any Odo Kessie, Moma Richard, any Nabusia, any Mamuna, two and a Mova. I say, Edama say, the Mabaya, dear Jamabusiano. I say, ending. It is a bear my any say. O'Brien and Nay, dear Nimino, and then I add day my empire, said Busia. It will do much training in some do a jano in minutes, and because what was so. And say I dream you, said it's a kind. Ampa Richard Sanko Dotium, and so Dotiano Comuno, Sad Dotiania Dotia or Comua, and Nam Yehuan Coupon, Adoye Suntini, or in Kaim. I say a nipa crano, a nipampo, and a timia computer. Which me store memory a horror was so 5-10 years time. It's me coso now we retrieve information now the assessor. The one young coupon, kind of mark. Was a mass of crano, so drama ever effect. It's yes, and compensate nipa. It's in Quansha any Irish my free hand say. What can you see me, the Sumbo a man? And then to know, or Yawa ye dimmy, no, ayo Yawa. Yentiminia. So you say, and I want to stop them one James and a Kelvin. I'm almost sweating nature. I'm a was Richard, the lower home, and I want Jay when young coupon, a becoso I do get me now, am I a Tiasian. Richard there, why any dear we, or Quacoda, so Citiano, where it said be a wada na ho. Then now honor, what thou wedding, Unyane, and Mintina, you who are say, or be friend or be sorry about. That's why Jehovah God insists, I will call and you will hear me. That is when we will say, Death, where is your sting? Death, the final enemy, will have been defeated. So thank you once again, and please keep
sita bay nyami atada pia mania osonia rawo ini soya fosonia adrendi na dasi bebe bako foi masome shabo komnini fa maturin manima boy mi tamo tema France du fond Aden me shaba kumini fa maturini nanima baba me basu aminyamayo Aden me abra masini abona dumisa tamaoya karate Sing